But no. Okay, glasses off. And hey guys, it's Cole, and actually let's rewind that. I went forward. No, let's rewind that. Hey guys, it's Nicole, or Cole. I always start off with this is Cole, and then I realize my social media names could be very confusing. My name is troy-nicole, but none of my family really calls me that, and so I don't really have people call me that. Only select people actually call me Troy. So if you'd rather call me Nicole, that's cool too. But it's either Nicole or Cole. I just use Cole because I like it. But I decided to try something new. I don't know if it's ever been done on BookTube. I'm sure it has. Like, it's not something super creative. But I decided instead of doing a monthly wrap-up of books I've read that I wanted to read, I would do them on books that I was forced to read, even if I didn't like them. So this is my semester wrap-up. Okay, so this semester I actually only took one English class. The only English class I ended up taking was a Shakespeare Histories and Tragedies class. I had to think about it for a second. And so my semester ends Tuesday. And so yeah, all these books are going to be Shakespeare. So I'm sorry if you don't like Shakespeare. But I actually really like Shakespeare, so I wasn't really sad to take this class. So I'm going to start off with the only physical copy of the books I've read or the plays I've read, because a lot of these plays are on ebooks, but the ebooks I got for some reason didn't have the line numbers. So I would recommend that you, if you're taking a Shakespeare class, have to read Shakespeare, get the book if you can't find an ebook with the lines in it, because I was going through it trying to find where we were in class. So the only physical book I do have is No Fear, Shakespeare, King Lear. And this version actually, if you open it, I actually didn't know that when I bought it. If you open it, on this side, it has the actual English words, and then it has the, you know, I guess dumbed down English words, but then not dumbed down, but you know, it's the easier version for, you know, people to understand if they can't read Shakespeare. And yeah, I didn't know that when I first got this. I just picked up the first one I saw and I thought it was cute, so I picked this one up. King Lear is one of his very famous tragedies, although all of his tragedies are pretty famous. So King Lear is about a king of England who ends up deciding to divide England to his 3 daughters. And he decides that he's going to divide it in a way that whoever shows him the most love, you know, boosts his ego, gets the land. And it's literally just his downfall, him going mad, and not really spoilers, it's like the whole basis of this play. And it's really good. We're not completely done with it actually. We finished it in class, but he was just skimming through it. I have to finish reading it, and I have like a few scenes left before I'm at the end. It's very sad, but really good. You should read it. Okay, so the next book I read, I'm actually doing this kind of out of order. The first book we read in the semester was King Richard II, and it's a history play, so it's about his kinghood, but dramatized by Shakespeare. So, you know, there will be inadequacies, English major. There will be some differences between Shakespeare and actual history. Like, I'm pretty sure the ending of King Richard's life in Shakespeare is different than his actual ending of his life, and so on and so forth. But, you know, honestly, he had to dramatize it because it's a play, and who wouldn't want the play to be dramatized? So, yeah. There's really not much I can say about these because they're just history plays, and they're just about their kingships. That's it. So, I'm sorry. Maybe this is a bad idea. But it'll be easier when it's not history plays, they're just about kings. Like, I don't really know how to say anything without giving everything away about the play. The next one we ended up reading is actually kind of a continuation. It's Henry IV, which is, can't really explain who he is without giving away the King Richard II, but he is the cousin of King Richard II, and he becomes king after Richard is no longer king. And the King Richard IV Part 1 and 2, we only read Part 1 because we didn't have time to read Part 2. I live in Houston, and you know, we got hit by the hurricane, and because of the hurricane, school was pushed back a little bit, and we kind of got pressed for time, and so we couldn't do every single history and every single tragedy, so we didn't read Part 2. And also because my teacher goes on a lot of tangents. He and I should be best friends in retrospect. Well, King Richard, oh my god, what the hell is wrong with me? King Henry IV Part 1 is basically the beginning of his son's transformation into becoming a good prince and an even better king. It's really good. I think, honestly, I think Henry IV Part 1 is probably my favorite out of the ones that we read. The King Lear is really, really good. One of those two. So yeah, King Richard. I think I'm obsessed with King Richard. King Henry IV is really good too. Read it. And the last book we read this semester is Henry V, which is another continuation from Part 1 and Part 2. And it is when Henry IV's son becomes king and his kingship. And I know this is such a lame wrap up, but I have to say, if you don't like Shakespeare, just audiobook it, man. Like, it'll be so much easier if you just audiobook it. I know how many times you don't know how many times I've audiobooked some of these books I've had to read for school, not even just for college, for high school, for middle school, because sometimes they're a little boring, and I know not everyone likes plays, not everyone likes Shakespeare, so if you don't, then I would suggest 100% listening to audiobooks. It may help you get into it more, and you may even like it. And also, if you can't get into it because of the boring language, I suggest getting a book like this or a play like this where it helps you figure out what they're saying. It does help a lot, especially with their random metaphors that like make no sense to you, because if you don't know like Greek mythology or like the history of how England was back then, it can be so hard to understand what they're saying. And another thing, when you buy ebooks, a lot of the ebooks don't have like little footnotes at the bottom, so just to let you know. Oh, side note though, little help out. If you don't want to buy these at all, there is this place called Open Source Shakespeare, and it's a website you can print out all the Shakespeare stuff. So if you didn't know that, now you do. And yeah, if you like this, if you want me to keep on telling you guys what I have to read for school, then I will keep doing them because it's kind of fun. Kinda. I don't know if it was fun or if I was just like so rusty on BookTube because I haven't done it in a long time. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking because I'm always going on tangents, and they're really boring tangents, and I talk too much. I'm so sorry. I have so much word vomit. But it's so nice to get back to BookTube. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's an alarm going off. So like, I'm not gonna lie, these dorm alarms are like fragile. Sounds like it stopped. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. It was a lot of fun to do, and my hair is back in braids. Don't look at the ends of my hair because they're fuzzy, and I hate burning the ends because they get all tangly. I don't like it, but whatever. Oh, and I know I said thank you for 600 subscribers in my last video, but I just feel like it's more personal if I said it in person, kinda. Face-to-face a little bit, because we are face-to-face, whether, I mean, it's in person or not. But thank you for 600 subscribers. It's actually a little bit more than 600 now. That is insane. I know it's not like an extreme amount, but like, I just did this because I wanted to, you know, find people that like the same things as me, because I don't have too many friends that like the same things as me. I don't really have that many friends either, so it's nice to like join a community, have people talking back and forth about stuff. Yeah, so thank you for 600. Bye.